Move on to another topic now, inflation. The most recent consumer price index shows, on average, food prices are up almost 11% in the past year. Granite Staters, of course, are feeling the impacts every day on their wallets. The Labor Department also saying household items, everything from clothing to cars, are up 5 to 10%. We know you're all critical of the way President Biden and Democrats have handled the economy, but looking forward, what can be done specifically to stabilize prices and bring them back down to what most people consider to be affordable? Ms. Tang Williams, to you first.
Well, inflation is mostly caused by federal government out of control, wasteful spending, unnecessary regulations, and also printing money and flood the market with lots of US dollars. Even my illiterate father can tell you, when you flood market with lots of dollars, the money is not worth as much as in the past. So what I would like to do is talk about, let's be responsible, trying to balance budget again. Every family has to do that, before you go bankrupt. So why can't the federal government to be more responsible? If we keep printing money, inflation goes super high, our children cannot afford anything, people are suffering. So I would like to really exercise that control of government spending and reduce, the out of control, this inflation, runaway inflation is very bad for our kids' American dreams.
Same question to you, Mr. Burns.
Yeah, so the first thing is and I'm sure we're going to talk about it later, but it's energy costs. Energy rises up the cost of everything, whether it's shipping to a warehouse with their heating or cooling and lights. So first thing we need is an all-above approach to reducing energy costs. Open up the XL pipeline, but we also need to be pushing nuclear power. Right now, we are working on a nuclear power plant in Wyoming that's supposed to open, I think, in 2026. It's called Traveling Wave Nuclear. They're the micro nuclear power plants. It's the future. We need to work on the regulation to that, push, incentivize people getting involved in it. Right now, we've only got one company doing this. The second thing is, obviously, like Lily said, we need to stop printing money, and we need to stop with all these government programs and handouts. And we're seeing this right now with this handout for tuition. And this is the type of stuff that we have to stop. We always say one special group gets some money, but another group doesn't get money. The more you print it, the more you hand out, the more things cost.
Mayor Hansel, what can be done to make things more affordable for folks?
Cut the spending, cut the spending, cut the spending. What we've seen out of Washington is every time the door gets cracked open, Democrats just flood it with injecting government money into our economy. And members of their own party warned about inflation. Ann Kuster and Joe Biden did nothing. They did nothing. And now New Hampshire families are facing the consequences. They're getting hammered at every turn. This is the grocery store. This is the gas pump. This is affecting businesses here in New Hampshire. We need to cut the spending. I'd love to see a balanced budget amendment so that if Congress doesn't pass a balanced budget, they don't get paid. We have to do something, and we need fighters to go down to Washington who understand how to read a P&L, who have put together a municipal budget. I'm the only person on this stage who's had that responsibility to deliver results for constituents. And I've done that, and I'm going to go down to Washington and do the same thing. I'm going to get together with like-minded folks, and we're going to start to change the culture. We're going to get rid of these omnibus spending bills and get back to basics.